Okay, so for week 10, the review itself is not that different from week 9, except that we're going to use a new database, but keep the idea of reviewing what we've learned so far. Okay, so in that sense, it'll be like week 9. Now, where it is going to be different is there's some new what we call UI, user interface features. I'm going to go over here. You still need to do 2 attempts, but now when you scroll to the bottom, instead of what you saw before, which was the button, now there's a link. It still does a pop-up, but the way it's going to operate interface is going to be different. So when you click here, when you have in the past just entered your student ID, now you no longer have to do that. You just authorize. Now, when you authorize, what we're doing is you log in, we call it credentials, into Canvas, and we are now pulling that content forward so that now when you come here, you no longer have to enter that, but you do have to agree to the terms of service. Okay. Now, in this case, the UI for the review is no different. Okay. You still go through, get all the way to submit. The thing you will see is at the top here, there's a log out. And of course, you wouldn't do this until you've completed the submission, your first attempt. I'm going to recommend for the next week or so that once you submit, right, and you can no longer interact with the chat, you go ahead and log out. Now, logging out at that point, right, because now let's assume you've submitted your first one, then you come back in here and you'll reauthorize. And the reason we're doing this is there's a little bit of a timing issue. Like if you were, and in general, I'd say do these all in one sitting, but if it took you a little longer, I wouldn't want it to time out on you. That's why I'm having you log out. But we are going to automate that process so that in the future, when you submit, it'll automatically do that. So just for this week or maybe for the next couple weeks while we implement the last piece of this. So this is the big change. And in addition, you have a new database. Okay, so 2 submissions like normal, but I wanted to give you this video to show you the differences in the UI for this week. And again, I appreciate if you have any issues, please reach out to me, and feedback is always appreciated. All right, talk to you later.